Welcome back to Longbox Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the Longbox. I am D. This is
E. This is me.
And that is
Joe.
And
Together, we're Dedge.
Or E.
All right, that's a perfect way to start this off. All right, so this is our Sunday live stream where we go live and we talk about the old school comic shop where we do comic hauls, we do comic news, and sometimes we do other things depending on how we feel that day. We tonight we're actually going to try to do a shop talk.
Yay!
As we discuss everything else that we're discussing.
So
and the comic haul, because we've got
more
it's not new stuff per se, but it's stuff y'all haven't seen. So
stuff you haven't seen because we're still trying to go through all the boxes. Though, hey Luis, how you doing, man? Though we haven't been able to go out to get a comic haul per se, we do still have
I wonder why
boxes over there. They're behind Jay of comics that we still haven't shown you guys. So we're going through those. With the whole coronavirus thing, new comics are kind of iffy right now. Old comics are where we're at. So our quick fire reviews are probably going to be doing some old comics. E and I do quick fire reviews, the old fogey and the young whippersnapper. And now he gets
young whippersnapper and not even there yet.
Hey, Just Regan, how you doing, man?
Hey, Rod.
So we're gonna go back and probably review old comics that are from my generation and the young whippersnapper. Yeah, look at this. Turn your head. Okay. Look at that. Look at the beard. Look at the beard. Do you see this gray? That's not supposed to be going there. Hey, Southern Comic Geek, and look at his hair. Wait, you have hair on your face too, Lord. All right, we are shaggy today. We have not gone to the barber in at least it's almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, barber shops are
3 weeks since we
paid.
needed it.
If they stay open. Oh, if they stay.
Yeah, I know. Holy coconuts! It's looking crazy around here. So old comics, what we're going to be doing, and we also are going to be doing a shop talk tonight. So just so you guys can start thinking about it, we're actually going to have the conversation in a minute. But this is our shop talk tonight. Bowl cuts are going to make a come. Now, I have clippers and I know how to cut hair. I just can't cut my own hair.
Yeah. I know nobody else knows.
No, we're shaggy, not disgusting.
We did buy a bunch of deodorant before we got locked in. Yeah. This is Chewbacca over here. Yeah, it's going to get bad around here. We're all going crazy because we've all self-quarantined together, all 6 of us, and the 4 pets.
Rio just made a chewy noise.
I am just really glad we have a pool. Otherwise, we'd be going crazy. And I'm glad Neo 2 released because that's all I've been doing.
Someone beat the game.
Reading. I have not beaten it 3 times, so I have not even started to beat the game yet. But yeah, I mean, look at this. It's getting pretty bad. But
that's where you were ahead.
Yes, we have air fresh. What are you trying to say, Rod? What are you trying to say? You say we stink?
I freshen the air around me.
All right. Yeah, you're a breath of fresh air there, Jay. Every time you walk in the room, I'm like, shop talk. So our shop talk tonight is going to be about speed.
Super speed.
Like Flash or Quicksilver.
I don't know if you could put those two in the same category.
The Whizzer. Johnny Quick, super speed versus time manipulation. So we're talking like time travel. Cable can time travel. We're talking about the new mutant girl, Timber, whatever. She creates a bubble of time and everything within it can either speed up or slow down.
Ring.
No, I forgot her name. And then something called time perception, where you can actually manipulate the time of an object or a person and how they perceive it. So we're going to talk through that kind of a little bit.
So you're chronologist.
Now, true, Just Rican, there is 4 boys, 2 girls, 3 dogs, and a cat. The stinkiest one is the cat. Because the dogs are pretty clean, and they clean themselves, and they go outside to take care of their business. But I love you. I love you, S, and your cat. Your cat's great. So let's go through. Let's go. Let's go through some comic haul. Again, this wasn't necessarily from this week, but it was here.
Oh no, this is bootleg stuff that it's
some
contraband. That's the word I'm looking for.
Some comic hunter. It is a male cat. Yeah. He is needy. He is loud, and he stinks. Doo-doo water. Yeah, basically.
He's
all right. So what we got in this stack here is we got Teen Titans versus the JLA.
Well, that fight does not go well.
That fight does not go well. All right. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but
that seems like an easy answer.
Teen Titans versus Legion.
The sidekicks versus the people who
literally trained them.
Yeah.
Cats, man. And what's really bad is the cat was bought for the son that's missing for his 16th birthday. I wanted cat. I said, when you move out, the cat goes with you. He moved out to the shed. The cat had to stay in the house. I think he's moved out. I think when he moves out, the cat's going to stay. Is going to just still be here. All right. Teen Titans number 18, Robin versus Batman.
Woo. That darn cat.
Teen Titans 20. It looks like Teen Titans versus Lex Luthor.
Okay, you know what? That'll be an actual battle right there.
And look at this one. Teen Titans 21. That's a cool looking cover. But I think it's versus Dr. Light. And what do you know? Teen Titans 22, Dr. Light.
Dr. Light.
What?
See, the Teen Titans was that show growing up for me that I'm like, man, that was the cartoon show that you watch every week. And so
we had
original animated.
We had X-Men. Da-na-na-na-na-na. They had Teen Titans.
We had
Teen Titans 23 again.
That was
later.
Teen Titans 25. It looks like
Disney XD.
Looks like Connor Kent reverted to his Lex Luthor DNA.
That's a good sign.
Teen Titans 26. Everybody versus Connor.
We're going on Rod.
Is this a hat in Shane design hat? I don't think so. Super Friends. Wonder Twins power activate. Yeah, we had that. Justice League. Teen Titans number 27. I guess that's supposed to be the new Hawk.
I mean, it looks like the same suit.
And that's the new Duff. So I don't know who this Hawk is, but Hawk got boobies now. So, yeah, that's the new Hawk. All right, so Teen Titans 28.
Batman was pretty good.
No. Batman was good. Batman Beyond.
I remember Batman Beyond more than the animated series.
Teen Titans 29. Brother Blood. Teen Titans 30.
Brother Blood is a cool villain. Red Hood plus Donna Troy equals Dead Robin.
Teen Titans 31. And look at Hawk is back with no movies. I think.
I think.
Teen Titans 33. I think probably one of the best Jokers was in that cartoon. Was the
Mark Hamill.
The Mark Hamill Joker, yeah. I thought the cartoon was fantastic. Most of the animated stuff was better. Teen Titans 34. You
can do stuff in animation that you can't do in live action.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man? Yeah, I like DC's animation a lot better than the DC's movies. Live action movies.
Well, I mean, the DC movies are getting better. They started.
Sure.
I mean, Aquaman wasn't bad. Wonder Woman wasn't bad.
Was pretty cool.
But when you describe the movie as not bad, that's not good.
Is it? If you describe it as getting better, it's getting
Birds
better.
of Prey was.
Wait, we have that now. We can watch that.
I did.
You
Teen Titans
did?
35.
Have fun.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
I don't really care about it. It's not my team.
Teen Titans 36.
Glad you made it, Mike.
And then let me see. And then weird. These are just thrown in. New X-Men. There's not even a run. Is that the
Okay.
blob? It's a blob.
It's a blob.
New X-Men 15.
Huh.
And New X-Men 16. Is that Danny? Danny?
DeVito.
No.
Danny. Yeah, she looks like Danny DeVito.
So anyway, I started blasting.
He would totally play Pip the Troll. Whatever his name was from.
Jeez. What a dum bum.
I have an idea for a new chapter. No.
No. All right, yeah, Danny Moonstar. Now I just saw Danny Moonstar in X-Force. That she looked really good. She had like a mask on, and her hair was flowing, and she wearing like an Indian scarf and a feather, but she shot like a side bolts or something like that through a bow and arrow. Great stuff. All right, so Punisher, number 79. And I thought this was nice, survival part 3. So as we're all stuck in our houses, we can learn how to survive from Frank Castle.
Comic books.
And I think it involves blowing up helicopters.
You know that Always Sunny episode where Frank just shaves off all of his hair and just bathes in hand sanitizer?
Yes.
Yeah, and he's laying on the floor. Yeah.
No.
Yes, she was a Valkyrie, and it was like a red suit. Yeah, it was pretty good.
You ever run out of
Spectre.
uses for hand sanitizer?
No.
Spectre number 10. The Millennium Week 4. And then the Spectre 23. All right, so there was some news.
Oh, news.
There was some news.
DC news.
DC news.
That's never good.
All right, so
Well, maybe.
and this was interesting to me. Yeah, Always Sunny is hilarious. Now, they have to be of a certain age to be able to watch Always Sunny because there's some stuff in it they need to be careful with. But Always Sunny is hilarious. And
Always
so
Sunny's after Office and Parks and Rec.
he finally got old enough where I let him watch it because all you hear is RJ and I talk about Always Sunny all the time and laugh, and he'd be like, "What's so funny? You can't watch it yet. You're too young." All right, so DC announced finally all these comic stores are coming. All the comic publishers were coming out saying, "Hey, we're gonna stop publishing, or we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that." Marvel came out with discounts. Boom had some good plans about returnability and things like that. So a lot of people are going to do a lot of different things. Then Diamond decided we're no longer going to distribute. What Detective Comics, I believe, is what it started as.
So, yeah, because it was Batman Detective Comics.
And I think they just shortened it down to DC, and then it spun off on a bunch of other comics. But
District of Columbia.
I don't know for sure.
That
Wrong
DC.
DC.
Stupid name for comics too.
Well, everybody's been waiting for DC to come out and make an announcement.
Yeah, some sort of announcement.
So they did. They finally came out, and basically it boils down to this: periodicals and books in in-store dates, which are from March 18th to June 24th, are all fully refundable.
Oh, nice.
We'll even provide you credit for your separate return shipping of these items. So they'll get fully refunded back for the money they spent on all these books.
I told you it was relatively good.
Plus, the DC is going to pay for the shipping. Additionally, we anticipate the continuing distribution business will create regional volatility. DC is exploring multi-distributor model to provide us with more flexibility. So they're trying to figure out a way to use multiple distributors and not just Diamond.
Woohoo!
I think this is a good thing. I think it's something that's been going. We've needed for a long time. There's been one bottleneck.
Diamond's got the monopoly on it mostly.
Yeah, there's one choke point. There's one, we call it one point of failure, a single point of failure in the IT world. When you have a single point of failure, you are not highly available, you're not highly resilient, and you're going to break because you have a single point of failure. That thing goes, you're gone. It's done.
Yep.
So that's the kind of thing, when they have that, once Diamond said, hey, we're shutting down, there's no comics. And their only choice is to go digital, right? Which that would hurt the stores because all the money from the comics for that few months is now gone. But the stores can't survive without merchandise either. So what do? You need a new distributor. You need to have a multi-distributor option. So what do you two think of that?
I really enjoy how I find it's really good that DC is allowing refundable books.
I think returnability is a big thing. I think I don't have any problem with it going forward. All things should be returnable.
Especially now because no one can go and buy them. So smaller comic shops would just sit here with all this product and no money.
Well, I think there has to be a balance, right? So if you know Batman's selling well and you buy too many, then your store can support that. DC shouldn't have to eat that. But if they advertise Batman's going to get married to Catwoman and put out 50 variants,
wedding invitations,
and then you buy them all, and then they don't sell because DC pulled the rug out from under everybody, that kind of crap should be able to return. But all publishers need their stores. I mean, you can't. Digital is not the way. I like a book in my hand. I can take a book and I can hand it to him. This is mine. They can't ever take it away from me. It's mine. So digital's not like that. There's an emotional value to this. There's fun going and looking through long boxes for this with the kids. We have a good afternoon doing this. This is a family outing. This is fun. You cannot do that with digital. I don't like digital. I don't think digital should be it's not the end all. It's just a way of distributing comics to people that might want it that way. And it's, to me, that is the least priority. But on the flip side of this, do you want to say something?
Yeah. So personally, I feel that if you can introduce competition and force it to a point where the only person who can ship it is this one group, and so they have more power than they really need to have. And if you can introduce other shippers or other people who can deliver, that removes that sort of power in the transaction, removes the middleman, which I'm all for.
Yeah. You're right, Son of Comic Geek. It is much better in the hand than on the screen, by far. So, but there's been a little bit of, well, I don't know if it's fallout, but we know that Bleeding Cool came out. And there's a lot of comic stores out there that are not happy about this. All right, because there's several things. One, they have not said they're going to stop distributing digitally. Comic stores are saying all digital comics should stop because we can't sell. They shouldn't be able to sell.
I mean, I don't agree with that. But
I understand why they're saying that.
It.
Because it's not a fair environment right now. Okay, we've put governmental restrictions on things that have blocked certain people from making money in their business, but other people can just fine. That's not fair. It's not a fair playing field. So I can understand saying, okay, but on the flip side, not all comic shops are shut. Just a few in like California and maybe New York. Not all comic books are shut down. Not everything's locked up. It's just the ones that can't sell. They're throwing a fit because they've been shut down by government regulation. But there's other stores like mine who now are not getting comics, and they may have to shut down because they can't afford to stay open.
Even if they wanted to try to do like a delivery method,
there's nothing to deliver.
There's nothing there to deliver.
So the ones throwing fits are the ones that are like, well, we got shut down by the government, so it's not fair. And the way they're saying it's not fair is it's not fair because we can't sell it and they can. It's going to cause speculation because you could only get it from that store, and that store because we're all shut down. And the third thing it's going to cause a problem with is that people are going to go cross borders to go get the comic, from California into Arizona, because they have to go to Arizona to get the comic because California shut down, and that's going to cause now a spread of the virus. So I think that's more of a excuse than anything.
Nobody's getting comics right now.
But they can. DC's looking for ways to make the stores that are open get comics. That to me is a way to save what you can. All right, if we have a bunch of fishing boats out there and that guy's sinking, we shouldn't all put holes in all our boats to make sure we all sink together. We should go help the dude that's in the boat that's sinking. And how do we do that? He doesn't. We help it. We take stuff off our boat and help him. And then we all fish together and come back, and we share the fish with that dude that had a problem. You know, you don't go, oh, since I can't, then nobody should. That's not right either. So I think DC's doing a good job here. I think this is a good plan. It's a lot better than Marvel's plan. We'll give you a discount on books that you can't even get.
That was kind of stupid.
Yes, they should definitely have done this years ago. Son of Comic Geek. I mean, I hope DC drives the way here, and even some of the other players start doing the same thing. I think another one was talking about multi-distributors as well. I think it's going to be good for the industry to have multiple points of delivery, so you don't have these choke points and single points of failure. It's bad for a system to have a single point of failure. That's why cars die so much, because there's lots of single points of failures in your car. That's why you have to work on it all the time. But all right, so yeah, news over. I've said my rant.
He's gonna go work on his car.
Yeah.
No.
Batman Outsiders number 5. This is Dixon and Lopez, and this was a pretty cool cover. Batman and Outsiders number 6. I don't know who that is. Is that Geoforce? Who is that? Who's that guy over in the top corner there? Geoforce? Who's that? Batman and the Outsiders number 7. Look it up. You got a phone? If the stores say DC can't sell online, then the seller shouldn't be able to sell on Facebook or Instagram or any person. Yeah, it's true.
I can't reach
that. You know, it's people are selling at other houses. You know, people are auctioning. So, what, are you going to shut everything down because you can't? That's like I can't play ball, so nobody should be able to play ball. It's just
Find another way to sell and
find another way. DC, if they can find multi-distributors and get books to you, then sell them online. Sell them on Facebook.
And here's the thing: if you're in a lockdown state like California, and they're able to buy digital comics, that's
You're
fine.
still keeping the love of comics alive.
But it's killing the stores in California.
We've got to find another way to get the delivery to them.
Yes.
And I don't know the whole regulations on it. I don't know if it regulates work. But
yeah, I don't know. This is a cool looking Orphan cover. I think that's Orphan holding Katana's blade. Maybe that's who that is. That's Geoforce. I think it's Geoforce. All right, Batman and the Outsiders 10. It's that same dude right there. Batman and the Outsiders 11. Frank Terry. And Katana had 2 katanas now. Oh man! All right, Batman and the Outsiders 12. An outsider dies.
Dun dun dun.
Bum, bum, bum. Batman and the Outsiders. Here again, Orphan, and everybody looks like they're aiming for her. All right, so now it's time for Shop Talk. Shop Talk. All right, so let's cover this again. Everybody's had 23 minutes, 20 minutes to go through their brain and kind of think about which would you prefer to use. Speed, the ability to go really, really fast. All right,
the drug,
it's super speed.
Not the drug.
Super speed. We're not necessarily meaning that the ability to travel through time, but more like Quicksilver speed, where you're able to
80 miles per hour on foot.
Where, like in the movie, where you kind of saw him running, but
well, to me, that's more time manipulation.
It appeared everything was slowing down. That's a whole different thing. Okay, what we're talking about is the ability to run really fast.
Yeah.
If you can run really fast or move really fast, then everything will tend to blur. That's the way science works, right? Things tend to blur. When you look out the car window, the trees start blurring, right? They don't stand still while you're driving. The only time that actually works is when the speed you're moving is at the same speed as the thing you're looking at is moving at the same rate, then it appears to be standing still. Like you've seen the videos of cameras on helicopters where the blades are spent, but then you see the blades stop spinning. It's because the frame rate of the camera's shutter is at the same speed as the helicopter blades. So you can do that kind of stuff and make that. But when we're talking about speed, we're talking about moving really fast. All right. So running really fast, moving your hand really fast, reading really fast, like reading all the comics really fast. Super speed. Okay. When we're talking about time manipulation, are we? Well, all right. Time manipulation. We're talking. All right. We're talking about manipulating a sphere of time, either time travel, manipulating like this whole house is now under slow time or fast time, things of that sort, where everything within that time sphere moves fast or moves slow, or you can travel through time. And then time perception is talking about this book making it age or reverting it back to original age.
Which is a really cool power in and of itself.
Or making him younger or making him older. Or making him, he's still moving really slow. Make him move really slow. Where he thinks he's moving normal, but he's actually moving really slow. Or make him think he's moving really fast, where in reality he's moving really slow. So time perception. So now, which would you prefer? Which would you rather have?
I've got an opinion.
All right, so we're going to start with Jay.
Yeah.
Give us the pros and cons of each one in your mind, and which one would you choose?
Okay. So pros and cons of super speed. Pros, it's super speed. Let's be real here. There's and in our world, the ability to have super speed would do a whole lot with science, and it would not be as is portrayed in comics, but it's a cool ability, right? It's a lot of fun to just be able to do things faster than anybody else. The cons is the science.
But then people ask you to do more stuff.
Yeah, but if you can get it done faster than anybody, it doesn't matter.
If the machine can't keep up with you that you're trying to do, or like you're trying to, let's say you're trying to read this comic and you start whipping through there.
Yeah,
right. You can rip the comic apart. Pages. Not intentionally, but just you're moving so much faster than that. The other con is that super speed is not a benefit with girls.
Oh, gross.
Oh, well, no girl's like, I want my husband to be super fast.
I mean, it depends.
Super strong.
Depends.
Can fly. No. Nobody wants super. They like, slow down. You're driving too fast. All of it. Every time, everything is about how fast you're going. You need to slow down. Next,
time manipulation.
Okay.
Of course, in my head, I'm seeing it as like, hey, look, less of time travel, because I just don't equate the two. But more of your perception of reality is that it's slowed down a whole lot compared to yourself. So you're moving at normal speed, but everything around you is now slower. That's cool. Like being able to affect the world around you while time is frozen is a neat device.
Well, it's a way, like, let's say you had to clean the house.
Yeah.
Right? You put your house in a time bubble to where only seconds pass outside.
And like you've gotten all this work done, and it's
now it would still take you 3 hours or whatever it does.
And you age 3 hours.
And
you age 3 hours,
and that's the con.
Because you're still living at normal time.
Super speed while cleaning would be a lot better.
But you could also reverse that and make everything go really fast around you while you clean the house, and then your 3 hours of cleaning actually takes 24 days. You know,
and it's like, hey, look, that's the con. It's you look like you have super speed, like it looks like you got everything done in a couple seconds, but it took you forever. Could you imagine trying to go walk cross country? Hey, I did it in 2 seconds. Yeah, but it took you like 4 months to do it.
You're 4 months older. Yeah,
you
so
got blisters on your feet.
Another thing on time manipulation is time travel. So you have paradoxes to deal with. You have
which
causation. You have multiple dimensions.
which
you
again
have-
is also a cool power, and that's the shop talk on its own, right?
Marty
But,
McFlying it, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, well, if
Fall
you
for your
go,
own mother.
back to the past and change something, do you stay in the new timeline
yes.
that you created? And so there's a whole lot of like different kinds of paradoxes, different kinds of time travel that gets applied. And
But then that brings up another thing. If every decision point that could occur has occurred, therefore both decisions have been made in some way. So that means all dimensions that could possibly exist from every decision point is already existing. So if you were to go back and change time, it's already been changed. All you're doing is moving back on your timeline and going on to the other timeline. You're not actually changing anything. That thing has already been done.
yeah, you're just shifting it to another timeline, unless it's the style of time travel where going back in time is you're not reversing your own timeline. You're literally jumping into another point in time. Your other person is still in this time period.
You're Doctor Whoing it.
You have now changed the timeline by existing in a period of time where you should have never been in the first place.
That's a whole different category.
There's
All right.
so much here.
And the last, time perception.
And how a younger you could see an older you that you're not supposed to see. And you're and you know as a younger you're probably gonna go and do that.
Yes.
But if you don't
But
go
by
and do
doing
that,
that, you've also split other different timelines.
but if you go
time travel.
But that's already happened.
but if you don't go and do what he did,
Then it's already happened because that decision
would
was
you
already
have
made.
seen him?
The decision was already made. So it both happened. And it didn't happen. It both. All right, last one. Time perception.
Time perception. I think it's fairly cool powered. The ability to age things, or the effect of time on objects, which is just really nice.
I think that's more of what you see in like the X-Men with Quicksilver. He appears to be moving really fast, but really what he did is slow everybody else down.
Yeah.
He just made everybody else slow, and he can make himself fast at the same time.
Are you referring to the X-Men movie?
The X-Men movie,
Yes.
the one
Where he
scene,
runs to the house and
Yeah.
moves all the bullets and grabs people and throws them out the windows, all that fun stuff.
which is a great scene, but it's not super.
Gives
speed.
the dog a pizza.
Yeah, it's time perception. So he's changed the perception of everybody. So in that sense, you don't bubble the house. You only can affect certain objects within your sphere of influence. So I can make this thing get older or younger. I can make him get older or younger. I can make him move faster or move slow because his perception of time has changed. Therefore, he thinks he's moving normal, but in reality, he's moving slower. So if you see time as normal, but your perception, I've actually changed it.
How do you know if it
No,
works?
I don't know if that's the thing. I think that's more like what you're describing is more time manipulation, because time perception is it's just it's still occurring in the same amount of time. Just how long it takes for you to think it takes.
Well, if I
changes.
change him so he thinks he's moving at normal speed,
I'm pretty sure there's a Flash villain.
if he would run really fast, he'd move at normal speed. But I could actually change his perception of movement at speed to where it's 1/10. So he still thinks he's moving at normal speed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything around him now appears to be moving really, really fast.
Yeah, well,
It's because his perception of reality has changed.
To me.
To you only.
So how do you know if it works?
You're moving really slow. Because you think you're moving fast. All right. So, which would you prefer? And we've lost a lot of people watching.
Almost everybody.
We've bored them out.
yeah.
We've bored everybody with our shop talk, and they've left. All right. So, which one do you think?
Yeah, there's a Flash villain called the Turtle.
He can do that basically.
Slows everything around him.
around that.
Yeah, super speed. It's
No, it's not super speed. He
opposite.
slows everything else around him.
I'm picking super speed.
All right. You want super speed.
Yeah, simply because
You don't want a girlfriend.
No, I don't care. It's more useful, and the cons aren't just deal with the science. It's don't go punching people or running into things. Don't try to do a dead start from 0 to 1,000 and break your house down.
All right. You.
Time manipulation.
All right. So you want to go through time and change. change time.
Yeah.
I would like.
If I could kill all the bad people in the world before they were born.
But
then
if
you're a
do
murderer.
that,
Yes, but
you
I have the
wrecked the
I have the
timeline.
power of time in my fingertips.
How do you
no
know
one can catch me.
if you go back and kill somebody? How do you know somebody worse won't show up?
Then
All
I'll
right.
kill them.
But you won't know about it. It's a different timeline.
All right. I choose time perception. I would much rather be able to manipulate objects and their ability to perceive time, or the time of an object. So de-age things, re-age things.
Which I think it's just a solid power without many cons. I think the only con really is it's not as
You do it on yourself.
If I go into a room, let's say I need to code some new program, I can slow myself down to where I can code at normal speed, but it appears like I'm moving really fast, right? I can it looks like I'm moving really fast. I perceive it at normal speed. I can make the computer go faster, and together we can get it done in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, but you still age the same amount.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
It's only how you perceive time.
Yes, but I can do more in that shorter period because it's my perception of time, not me traveling through it.
Yes, but you're still going to age the same amount of time.
Yeah.
If you spend
I will
3
age.
hours, you're still going to age
If I
3
spend
hours.
3 hours, but I perceive it as 18, I'm still only going to age 3 hours. But I got 18 hours worth of work done.
Or you were just really slow in that 18 hours.
Well, that's normal. But all right, so that's why I like that. I can get more done. I think it's better than time manipulation because I think you can only manipulate a bubble, and time around you is still going to move.
It's really
so
no.
All right, let's go ahead and finish. Let's go ahead and finish with the stack of books. So we basically completely divide it.
Yeah.
Hey, Superior, how you doing, man? So we are completely divided. Fast,
super speed.
I could go back
time
in
manipulation,
time, see all of the great wonders of the world being
time
made.
perception. I can make my wife think I'm driving slow.
When
in reality, I'm driving fast.
Of the world in no time.
I can make the cop.
No, that'll still take a lot.
I can make the cop coming up on me see me going only 65. Oh, he looks like he's going slow as the cop passes me.
How would that work with white?
Wouldn't.
That's an interesting question. That's so off field.
Let's go to it. That's a whole nother shop talk. All right, now let's go ahead and go through the rest of this haul. Batman 506. That is a creepy looking Batman. Look at the way he's got claws.
What about?
We're off the topic, man.
We're always off topic. Let's go. What about?
Look at the claws on this.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
What if super strength hit shock absorber?
All right, whole different shop talk. All right, so Batman 507.
Just start reading Luke Cage. I'm sure it's somewhere in there.
Again, another creepy looking Batman.
This Batman's looking.
Batman 508. Oh, that's a weird looking Batman.
Looks like a gargoyle Batman.
This one looks like a Guido strong guy Batman. Look at that. And then finally 514, we get the regular old Batman back. He looks all beat up. This should be Batman's costume to start with. That way when he gets beat up, everybody's like, oh, he's just normal. Batman 516.
You shouldn't ever repair his suit.
Why does Batman squat on a tower of skulls?
Because that's totally thematic for Batman.
Batman and a big dude fights a lady with a knife. I can only guess by the covers what's going on. I haven't read these yet.
None of these seem like Batman. What is going on?
I think this is Black Mask smoking a cigar while staring at Batman.
I'm Batman.
Right.
I'm the Birds of Prey villain.
And then we have Fantastic Four.
Oh, hey, that's
363. Look at Franklin, man. Somebody's got him by the throat.
On the reverse, that's an Infinity War comic that
It is.
ties into something I did a poll.
Fantastic Four 366.
Oh.
Evil Reed Richards versus Reed Richards.
All right, and these are really cool. The covers on these are crazy good. I really, really like them. And that's the reason I probably bought them for $1 or whatever I bought them for. Dark Knight 7. Look at him. This is a Finch cover. I believe David Finch did this. And look at him just kick Bane's face off. That's crazy. And then we got Batman. This, I think, is another Finch cover.
That cover actually looks good.
And it looks like he's got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And I guess that's White Rabbit.
It's got to be. It's the
Theme-
Wonderland comic.
Yeah, thematically. Then Batman Dark Knight. This is another Finch cover. The Red Robin versus the Court of Owls. I think that's Talon.
Huh.
I have no idea.
And this, oh, look at
That
this is another David Finch.
Ooh.
I think it's another David Finch cover.
that's a monster. That's not a Batman.
Batman 10. What the crap is going on here? And why is his mouth?
Cycle of violence.
Why is his mouth sewed up in a bat symbol with red and green stuff coming out? Is that blood and puke? I don't know.
pus?
That's creepy. All right. And then another David
That's
Finch.
what happens when you get a botched surgery job.
Batman 11.
I should have done lip.
That's what happens when everything you wear is designed after bats.
And then look at this. Look at this. Ah, it's crazy. Batman 12. Look at that.
Good.
Scarecrow. Batman's trapped in the bottle. Look at that.
Scarecrow's also a cool villain, just because it's all illusion and mind tricks.
Another David Finch cover. Batman 13. Wrapped up in
Mysterio.
chains.
Yeah, when they played Mysterio, it was a cool villain.
Yeah.
Like doing more illusion and mind tricks.
Batman Dark Knight number 14. I believe this is another Finch.
To be honest, I like how Marvel Cinematic Universe
look at that.
made Mysterio.
Isn't that cool? You need to pay attention to what's going on.
Woo! They're playing chess with Gotham City.
Batman Dark Knight number 15.
They missed out not having pieces of like different figures in Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham buildings and stuff like that.
Like having a pawn be somebody like Robin or something.
Yeah. Dark Knight. Now this swaps
Fisk
over
is the king.
to
Fisk.
Ethan Van Sciver doing the covers on these. Dark Knight 16.
Ooh. Oh, we're back to
The Mad Hatter now.
Hmm.
Yeah, Wonderland.
Wonderland. There we go.
Another Ethan Van Sciver cover. Battling back the Wonder of Madness.
Wait, what is he wearing on his head?
Top hat.
A top hat.
Oh, gotcha.
Dark
He has
Knight
become the Mad Hatter.
18. Another Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh, the Cheshire is now a bat.
Yeah, the Cheshire bat.
And then we got Simon Kudrinsky. Now, this is the dude. I think this is the dude that was doing Fallen Angels. Yeah, it's reminiscent of his art in Fallen Angels. Wasn't a huge fan of that, but the cover's cool. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, so Simon Krudinsky. I'm not sure who did the cover, that cover, but Batman Dark Knight 19. And then we have Batman Dark Knight 20, and this is on Ethan Van Sciver cover again. And then we have a dupe.
A duplicate.
And here we have another dupe, Batman Dark Knight number 21, an Ethan Van Sciver cover.
Oh. He's almost out, though.
Here, pick one of those that's better. All right. And here another duplicate, Batman Dark Knight number 22. I think it's Alex Malev. But this is pretty cool looking. Deadly Enemies. Pick one of these two.
So many duplicates.
Another Dark Knight 23 Clayface.
All right, so why is that one? There's like 2 shots that are way off.
It happens.
Yeah, some of these group it tighter.
Dark Knight 24. That's a pretty cool looking. He's like busting through Clayface.
That's what happens when the commissioner gets old. He just starts hitting 7s.
Dark Knight 25.
That one looks gross, and I can't even tell what's on it.
Batman Dark Knight 26.
Oh, it's a good kind of gross. It's supposed to be gross.
Oh, did you see the DC movie Red Sun?
Yes.
Yeah, communist Batman.
I read the comic when it first came out. Dark Knight 27.
I've got to read it at some point. I know what it's about, but I just never saw
Batman versus Man-Bat.
Man-Bat.
Ethan Van Sciver cover again. 28.
Man-Bat.
Another Ethan's cover. Dark Knight versus Man-Bat, number 29.
Man-Bat.
That's crazy looking right there. And Dark Knight Annual, number 1. And this again is duplicate. So some of these duplicates will be going into our giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, so pick one of those.
Almost to 300.
All right, so all right, guys, yeah, we're almost to 300, so we're doing pretty good. That's it. That's a haul for this week. We got comic news. I'm glad to hear DC is going to be doing some different distributors and kind of fixing that whole point of failure. We had a good shop talk. Time perception is the best. So I appreciate everybody joining us. Some Comic Geeks, Hero Review, some Comic Book Hunter. We had quite a few people. Rod was here.
Mike
was here. Luis Ramirez was here. I think it's the first time I've seen Luis. So, hey, Luis, thanks for joining us. So, and I think that we had a good amount of people here. We appreciate everybody that joined us on this Sunday afternoon. And that's it for today's news and comic haul and review and shop talk and everything else that we fit in here, and our silliness and our shagginess. Maybe next time. Well, we smell fine. Maybe next time you'll see a longer beard. And definitely longer hair.
He's like, I'm hoping. Come on.
One day.
All right, guys. So thanks everybody for joining us, and we appreciate your time. And we'll see you next time here in the Longbox.